visuals from the paddock area for you. And I believe this is on the with the weighing scales.
Maybe, yes. So yeah, something about the weighing. Let's talk about the weighing. What happens, you know, you got a specific weight that you got to carry in your car, and if well, that's Michael Vijesu, more famous for fashion designing, but it's a pretty good drive, I can tell you that. Yeah, that's some of the music that is being belted out today.
I think it's kind of like a party at the paddock.
Yes, definitely. Some of the guys are, you know, having their cool beers and enjoying a good afternoon beer with watching the racing.
Last minute preparations on a car, I can see.
Yes. No, it's a lot of work, you know. Preparing a car is a lot of work. So that's part of the paddocks there. Some good scenes from the paddock.
I think this is very rare. Normally we don't get this visuals,
you know, yeah,
it's a good opportunity.
It's a good thing, you know. There you can see that's a twin cam engine. I don't know what. Let's see what that car is. That's a Mitsubishi. You can see those two pieces on front top there. That's the twin cams. Normally in a standard car we'll have only one cam. You know, these are all built for racing.
With the visuals, and that's we have the crowds in the paddock area.
Who's that? Can you identify that Venusika? Can you identify?
Not really, because I think they're a little too far for us, but nevertheless.
Let's see, yeah, that's plugs being removed, checked. There's a lot of work, you know, a lot of midnight oil would have been burned to prepare these cars for the last few days, you know. It's a passion, absolute passion, you know, you don't look at time. Sometimes families do get neglected.
I would know.
You should know it better than me. Your father would have been so involved in racing.
Definitely, but that is always worth it. The hard work is always worth it when you see something happen good on the track.
Exactly. The adrenaline moving in you and all that, you know, it's fantastic.
So this is definitely a congratulations what's been exchanged.
That's Lakshika. That's a big kiss by the mother, Mrs. Amarasiri, the lady behind the scenes.
I think she's the only lady racing today.
Yeah, that's the mother who congratulated the daughter.
So with these visuals, Mahen and I have visuals of the cars lining up as well.
Yeah, I think the cameras are there. You are. The cameras are on them.
So we have the grid positions. Mahen coming up. This is Group SO GT cars up to 3,500 cc, and of course the tussle is on for the Rupavahini Trophy. And after yesterday's timing, surprise, surprise, Ashant Silva clocked in as the fastest
That's no surprise.
That's no surprise for him because even Paul had good timing yesterday.
I know, but then Ashant has been pretty good in the last few months. I can tell you that. He's a very good driver. I mean, he's been driving in Malaysia also, so you know, all credit to him. Virtually prepares his own car. I know Nadir Jinasena gets involved with him, but all credit to Ashant. But nevertheless, you should not take anything away from the others. You know, Darin, Dinesh, Aravind, Kam and Tenur. I mean, to handle a car of this nature, it's very, very difficult. You know, this is what some of our viewers might not know. No, this is something like just imagine a rhinoceros. You're sitting on a rhinoceros and you don't know where the rhinoceros is going, and you are trying to hold the horn and make it go straight. And this is something like that when you handle these cars. You got to know your onions, you know, absolute onions to handle this car. Power 275, 300, 320 brake horsepower. A road going Honda will have 60, 70 brake horsepower. Imagine you got about 4 times that under your right foot. You press that too much, you can just spin. The car can just spin 360 degrees. But of course, it's a 4-wheel drive. They have perfect traction, but that doesn't mean that you can go off. So I think the cars are being revved. They are being given a warm-up lap, because they got to warm your tires up. All those guys are running racing tires. Now when you say racing tires, they are without any grooves, slicks, all ball. They are of different compound. You got to warm the tires up. Otherwise, what happens? You just run them on cold temperature. You can just go off. So it's very, very important that you warm your tires up, which the organizers know and the marshals know about it. So they have been given a warm-up lap. You got to warm your tires up. You go zigzag and warm correct temperatures onto the tires, because it really do about, otherwise you do about 1 or 2 laps. Your tires, if you're cold, you can just go off. You can just say Jack Robinson, you can just spin off. The tires are being warmed. They are one of the main sponsors, Sri Lanka Telecom. They are in it in a big way. Mobitel, big way into racing. I think we should thank them, thank all the sponsors. In fact, you know, racing doesn't happen without sponsors. And also, of course, Rupavahini for Channel Live for bringing you this live commentary.
So that's it for you, and of course,
Bank of Ceylon involved in a big way. So yes, the Seat tires. Excite. If you want power, where to go for a battery. And Mobitel, as we mentioned earlier. And Kuwait Airways. I think they're offering a couple of tickets to some of the winners. Yes.
Coming back to the start line after the warm-up lap, it's definitely Ashant Silva in that pole position, but close
these
behind him.
These cars virtually launched themselves, you know.
But close behind him, Mahen, it is of course Passenger Perez, and the difference between these two is of course 0.815 seconds, and that's the Rupawahini station for you. And of course, coming up is the 8-lap event for the Rupawahini Trophy. Yes. This is number 47 in his Mitsubishi Evo 3, I think. Yes, it is an Evo 3.
But it's a bit of an Acharu. I know this is nice. Very modified to the hill. So Ashant Silva. Great driver.
Ashant Silva. So in pole position.
Some of the keen spectators. And there you are. Passenger Perez carries the Excite colours. I think he got a big sponsorship from Browns.
So that's thumbs up from Passenger Perez, number 49, the Excite stickered car. And close behind him should be, of course, Darin Veerasinghe, number 12. Yes, there you go, visuals of Darin Veerasinghe coming to you. Behind them, that should be Dinesh Dehragoda, who clocked in a timing of 1 second .02 in his Mitsubishi Evo 10. This year has been a little tipsy-turvy for him, but nevertheless, he's on 4th grid there. But in 5th is, of course, number 99, Carmen Tenuera, which is actually pretty good. Speaking of how he met with that accident at Sigiriya, his car was really damaged, but he has managed to finish ahead of Aravinda Premadas today in the timing grid. But, of course, like I said, behind him is Aravinda Premadas. So those are your top 6 names and the people to watch out. But behind them, there's more, of course, and Shirendra Lawrence, Sebastian Indica, of course, Janaka Dayal. We're waiting for the lights, and they're off. So it's Ashant Silva into that stretch. Passenger Perez is caught at the back. Passenger Perez is in trouble for him.
In big trouble. He's virtually out. He just could not launch himself. Yes, he couldn't. I think something happened to the gears. He's off, but he's way down there. He's not going to be a content at all for this event. I can tell you that. But you know, you got to live with reality in this. No way.
Let's keep the optimism now. Nevertheless, I believe it's Ashant Silva trying his best to
I think Darin got in front.
Feels like Darin. Yes, definitely Darin is in front.
Yes, it's Darin in front.
Darin Veerasinghe, who was in
He's got a perfect. I don't know what happened to Ashant. Let's see.
Ashant Silva, Riyaz Farooq and Carmen Tenuera.
Darin is in the lead. That's the blue colored Subaru 4-wheel drive. He's in the lead, way ahead of the others.
So he is using his advantage.
Definitely. He's got in front. He just wants to put his head down, drive straight, just to be in the lead.
So
Ashant is right second.
So these are visuals coming to you through Rupawahini Channel Line, leader in sports, Darin Veerasinghe, surprising all of us, taking that lead from Ashant Silva and leading the SLGT cars up to the event for the Rupawahini Trophy. Of course, never too late, Ashant Silva lying in second, followed by Dinesh Dehragoda.
Yeah, but I think Darin has in the first. I mean, I wonder what happened. Just could not see. Maybe somewhere on the gooseneck, Ashant would have slowed down. So Darin is in the lead. He'll want to keep his head down, just drive a straight race now. No opposition where he's concerned. Couple of meters at the back, so he doesn't not necessarily close the door when he goes into that corner there. He just stick to his racing line. As long as he gets those correct effects from the corners. That's what he want to do. So Darin Veerasinghe in the lead.
So those are visuals coming to you. Darin Veerasinghe coming up through the start-finish line. He is definitely pulling ahead from Ashant Silva, Dinesh Dehragoda, who is behind them. But the tussle behind Darin seems to be tensing up a bit. But Darin Veerasinghe needs to keep that calm, needs to keep the cool. Foot on the pedal, head towards that checkered flag. So coming into the BOC corner, Darin Veerasinghe in the lead for the SLGT.
Yeah, I think when I saw something, Ashant has got his hand out. Now, hand out, up, hold it up to show the driver that you're having some mechanical problem. You can see Ashan is, I think his arm is out of the window. So that's a signal to show the drivers that you're slowing down, you got mechanical problems. I think Ashan, I'm sure I saw that arm. Let's see if they can see it.
Well, he's
The cameras can. Yes, Ashan has slowed down. So obviously, well, I had an opportunity of having a chat with him in the morning. He was telling me that we had some bearing problems. So I think obviously it got aggravated and maybe got noise from the engine. And the engine is gone.
Surprise, I think, is Darren Veerasinghe leading the race for us for a change.
Darren is no. I mean, I can tell you, Darren is a fantastic driver. Driving those Nissan Marchers and those I think I beautifully prepared. But all credit to Darren. Perfect launch. Fantastic.
I think his skills played a major part here today, Mahen, because I think he took the advantage, took the opportunity, and now he's taking full use of it.
Masin just boxed it. He just got boxed down at the start. Ashan got a good start, but I think Darren got a perfect start.
රූපහානි කුසලානේ අද දවසේ වේගවත් තරග සවයටි අපිට සඳහන් කරලා සුපිරි මෝටර තරග සවයටි ආරම්භ වී තිබේ. මේ තරග සවයේදී පසුගිය වර්ෂයේ පිකප් ගියෝ පසිදු පීරිස් ධර්ම ප්‍රමාද වී තරගයට එතුනේ Darren Veerasinghe ඉදිරියේ සිටින රූපහානි කුසලානේ සදා පවත්වන අද දිනේ වේගවත් තරග සවයටි අපිට නිරන්තරයෙන්ම කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් මේ තරග සව. දෙකකින් සවයටි තරගයේ ප්‍රථම තරගය මේ වෙලට Darren Veerasinghe ඉදිරියට සිට දාව ගියා. Darren Veerasinghe